Attack on Titan is popular for its breathtaking action, insane story filled with big reveals and plot twists, awesome and lovable characters. But it's also popular for its opening songs. All of the openings except Season 3 Part 2 go hard. You ever feel down, just put on an AOT opening and jam hard to it. But of course, we are not here to discuss how good the songs sound. I am a stupid nerd when it comes to AOT. So in this video, let us discuss how these opening songs depict the tone or the mood of the story at that point in time. Everybody knows and loves the first 3 openings. All of them are performed by Linked Horizon and all of them are super hype and high energy. So you might conclude that they all are basically the same. But there are actually a lot of subtle differences in the songs based on what's going on in the show. The first opening focuses more on the action, the energy, the ODM sequences. It never pauses its intensity to let you breathe or take the time to actually build something. And that's exactly how the show is at that point. Constant fighting, characters shouting all the time, no real plot development but a lot, and I mean a lot of fighting. Opening 2 follows through on that idea and maximizes it all the way. As the action gets even grander and the stakes also go up quite a bit. You get these amazing electric guitar riffs and the music just goes wild to depict the increase in the scale of the show very clearly. Now opening 3 is where you can see some significant changes. Season 1 leaves the audience with many questions in their head. Where are these titans coming from? Why is there a big ass titan inside the walls? So is this big ass titan protecting us from those other big ass titans? And season 2 is when the story starts answering some of those questions. We got to see 2 new types of titans and we realize it's not just the colossal and the armor titan that is attacking Paradise. There is a much bigger game going on behind the scenes. And as the story starts answering some of her questions is when the opening changes slightly in tone from the previous 2 to really focus more on the build up. The first 30 seconds are just repeating a phrase that is slowly building up. It changes and gets louder, but it's still very controlled. And even when it gets to the good part, it doesn't go completely apeshit like the previous ones. It feels more like an anthem, and to an extent, it kinda is. Even the lyrics are very in touch with this season. The first part tells us a dark story and it makes us feel like the humanity is doomed. But the next part takes a complete 180 and shows that humanity will continue to fight and will march to victory. And season 2 follows this as most of the season makes us feel like we are doomed. More members from the island are revealed to be traitors. Eren gets kidnapped. Erwin loses his arm. But right at the end, we see Eren using the powers of the founding titan and gives us hope that maybe Eren can save us from the outsiders, regardless of the method he chooses to achieve that. Opening 4 experiences the biggest change in tone so far. From music that makes you go off hard in a club to a much more emotional and slow tone, which gives you a shit ton of nostalgia. It makes you think about the characters and their feelings rather than their actions or their powers. This is very apparent in the visuals of this opening. We get zero ODM sequences or any titan fights. The one ODM scene we got at the start was Eren going to his friends, not to kill any titans. What we get instead is a contrast between the childhood and the teenage life of our characters, just to show us how far have become. And as I mentioned, there are no titans present in this entire opening because there are no big titan fights in this entire season. It's more about humans fighting with themselves over different wants or beliefs. And opening 5 is where it all comes together. This opening has many references to all the previous seasons, which suits it as Season 3 Part 2 is the big climax of everything before it. I really like this mashup of all the previous openings in this one song, as when a story reaches its intense climax, the audience often tend to think of everything that happened before, which led us to this climax. And do I even have to talk about opening 6 and 7? If you are even remotely invested in the series, you already know. Politics, war crimes, brutality, massive fucking titans. And can we just take a moment to appreciate just how hard both of these songs go? Like, I know they are meant to showcase the gore and just how horrific wars are, but low-key, it is a bit of a banger, right?
If I lose it all, slip and fall, I will never look away.
And that's about it. I know I didn't talk about the latest song, but that's a theme song, not an opening. I might make more videos on openings of other series, maybe even endings, but that's the plan for now. And at last, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys the next time. Bye.